You're watching Mc&T Sports Report on CHCO-TV. And now, here's two guys who failed miserably as backup singers in the recent local production of Come From Away, Evan and Joe.
I'm Joe Ticotsky down in New Haven, Connecticut.
I'm Evan McFarlane here in St. Andrews, New Brunswick.
And you're watching episode 87 of Mc&T Sports Report on CHCO-TV, sponsored by the Oat Company of Newfoundland and Covered Bridge Potato Chips from New Brunswick. Let's get right to it. Today on air, I know you're probably out of chips again.
Always.
I've got one bag I brought home with me. I'll be sampling something from Covered Bridge, but not potato chips. They're called Leela's chickpea chips, named after Grammy Leela. So let's give them an early morning taste test.
I mean, while you're chewing, Joe, you keep asking me to do this part at like 11 in the morning. So I brought a bag of chips to work with me. 11 in the morning. I get here at 6. That's a lot of time to munch.
Wow, these things are good. Healthier for you, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're very conscious of that, so that works for you.
I'll give the thumbs up. For more info on the company to order online, you can go to coveredbridgechips.com. Covered Chips, the best damn chip this side of Miramichi. I made up that tagline, but and we don't want to forget our original sponsor, the Oat Company of St. John's, Newfoundland. Always natural, no sugar added. They'll be sending us more products soon, and you can order their bars online at oatcompany.com. I think they've sold out of their popular cod-flavored bars.
Yeah, you bought them all.
Yeah, I know. Another Newfoundland-related joke. Everyone picks on them. All right, let's quickly talk about my crazy month of August. We had our 11th year of our Basketball by the Sea camp, and as always, it was great fun. I also got to attend the opening night of the hit musical Come From Away at the gorgeous Kira Amphitheater right in
How good was that?
How good was that? Unbelievable. Wild. So and on top of this, we had our debut week up in Summerside, PEI, and as you know, that province never disappoints, especially Alpec Bay oysters and French fries at Richard's in Victoria by the Sea, using those PEI potatoes and fully endorsed by my cardiologist. But the highlight of my 2 weeks had to be the night of Thursday, August 14th, when along with Coach Brandon Sherrod, we joined the glamour couple of St. Andrews, my co-host Evan and his partner Janelle, for dinner at the amazing Rossmount Inn. Evan used powers of persuasion to get us a table, which usually has a pretty long waiting list, and the meal was amazing. Thanks, Ev, for getting us in.
No, I'm glad you could come. Like I said, that place every time I go is the best meal ever. Chef Chris Arney never disappoints. Glad that we could take you along for that culinary quest that evening.
It was good, and we didn't scare away the rest of the patrons too.
I just can't believe that he made you chicken nuggets and French fries.
He knows his audience. That's what's good about him. Well, coming up, we'll do one of our most popular yearly segments, our camper interviews.
Hey.
You're watching Mc&T Sports Report on CHCO-TV in St. Andrews. Welcome back to Mc&T Sports Report on CHCO-TV, sponsored by the Oat Company of St. John's, Newfoundland, and Covered Bridge Potato Chips from right here in New Brunswick. For the last 3 or 4 years, we've interviewed some campers from our Basketball by the Sea camp, and this year is no exception. So without further ado, we welcome to the show Griffin, Madeline, Isla, and longtime favorite Gunner. Our first guest is camper Griffin Shute. Griffin, where are you from?
Campbell Island, Wilson's Beach, New Brunswick.
Okay, Wilson's Beach, New Brunswick, Campbell Island, gorgeous place. All right, I am from Connecticut, as you may know. A lot of our staff is from Connecticut. Do you know, I'm going to give you 3 choices, which state is right next to Connecticut? Your choices are Rhode Island, Virginia, or Michigan.
I don't know if this is right, but I'll probably just pick Michigan.
Okay. Good guess, but it's Rhode Island. Rhode Island is right next to Connecticut.
I took social studies sometimes. Like I take social studies now because I'm just growing, like right in grade 5.
Okay, all right. Okay, name any, are you having fun at the camp?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, you weren't sure about that.
Yeah, I'm having lots of fun.
Okay. Can you name any 2, there are 5 coaches at camp. Can you name any 2 of the coaches, their names?
Honestly, I don't know much of the names. Honestly, for right now, I only know Coach Vinny.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You got Brandon also. And you got Clara, and you got the others. Okay. Do you follow the NBA at all for basketball?
Yes. Actually, I got my shooting form from Steph Curry.
That's a good guy to get it from. Any other favorite players besides Steph Curry?
Honestly, I have a lot. Michael Jordan, Larry Bird.
Going old school, huh?
Yeah.
How about any women's players?
Any women's players? I don't watch women's basketball league that much.
No?
Nope.
Okay, okay. All right, we'll get you out of here with one last question. We've been giving out some of the chips during the week, the Covered Bridge chips. So I'm going to give you 3 choices. One of these is not a flavor of Covered Bridge chips, okay? So 2 are real, 1's fake. Your choices are creamy dill pickle, grilled salmon, or Atlantic lobster. One of those is not a flavor.
I think it's like Atlantic lobster.
Good guess, but there is an Atlantic lobster chip.
Oh.
It's grilled salmon.
Grilled salmon?
Yeah, not a chip. But you know what? You did such a good job during the interview. I'm going to give you a bag. There are spots, our Covered Bridge chips. I'm going to give you a bag of smoking sweet barbecue.
Thanks. Sure. I'll have a bag.
All right, Griffin,
Thank
you've
you.
done a great job. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We have Madeline Rose, who's going into grade 5 from Utopia, correct?
Yes.
Okay, there's a band, Todd Rundgren, in Utopia. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
Okay, yeah, I didn't expect you to. All right, let's get rolling with some questions here. As we tell everyone, I'm from Connecticut. So we're going to start you out with, well, I know it's summer, but a little quiz question. Which state is next to Connecticut? Your choices are Virginia, Rhode Island, or Michigan.
Michigan?
Excuse me?
Michigan?
Michigan. Okay, that's what someone else guessed, but it's Rhode Island is located right next to Connecticut. Okay, we have 5 coaches at camp this week. Can you name any 2 of them, their first names? There's the 2 big guys. Do you remember any of their names? Vinny?
Vinny?
Is one of them. Do you know who the other one is? The one who's wearing the hat today. Brandon.
Brandon.
Okay. We pride ourselves on the campers knowing who all the coaches are. Okay, I'm going to give you, do you watch basketball on TV at all?
No.
Not at all? Do you know any players, like women's professional players?
No.
Okay. There's Caitlin Clark. Have you ever heard of her?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you a potato chip question. Do you like potato chips?
Yeah.
Okay. We have the Covered Bridge chips. One of these is not a real flavor. It's a fake. It's creamy dill pickle, grilled salmon, or Atlantic lobster. Which one is not a potato chip flavor?
The first one.
The creamy dill pickle?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a flavor. Grilled salmon is not a flavor of potato chip. What's your favorite flavor?
Barbecue.
Okay. Now, are you enjoying the camp so far?
Yes.
What's your favorite part of the camp?
Starting.
The what?
The beginning.
Oh, the beginning part of camp when we do the warm-up drills and all that?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's your friend's name that's here at camp with you?
Evelyn.
Okay, good. Is she having fun also?
I think so.
Okay. I like your shirt there, Trapped. Well, a lot of our guests feel that way after a minute or two. And where'd you get your t-shirt?
From Graham and Ann.
Okay, gorgeous place. All right, well, Madeline, thank you very much for being on the show.
You're welcome.
We are with Isla McFadder, who will be going to grade 7. She is from right here in St. Andrews. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Have you ever watched Mc&T's Sports Report?
No.
Okay. A lot of people haven't, so we're going to try changing that. All right, a couple quiz questions. I'm from Connecticut, as some of our staff. Which state of these 3 is next to Connecticut? Virginia, Rhode Island, or Michigan?
Michigan?
That is incorrect. This is a tough question this year. Rhode Island is right next to Connecticut. Okay, the game of basketball is invented by a guy named Dr. Naismith. Was he born in Mexico, Canada, or the United States?
The United States?
He's from Canada. Yeah, yep, a lot of people don't know that. He was born in Canada. All right, next up, there's 5 coaches working the camp. Can you name any 2 of them?
Oh, I forgot their names.
Any of them? The 2 big guys.
Vinny
Vinny is one.
and
Starts with a B.
Ben?
No.
No.
Brandon.
Brandon.
There you go. All right, you were close. You were close. All right. Do you follow basketball at all, like on TV?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay. Name a do you ever watch WNBA?
A little bit.
Okay. Can you name any players in the league?
Paige Beckers?
Okay. Can you name another one?
Sabrina, I forget her last name.
Very good. Sabrina Ionescu from the New York Liberty. How about a third? Can you name a third one? She's the famous one in the league.
Caitlin Clark?
Very good. Very good. You're impressive. Okay. I'm going to give a coffee question. Which place of these 3 does not sell coffee in St. Andrews? Honey Beans, Tim Hortons, or Luke's Diner?
Luke's Diner.
Luke's Diner is from the Gilmore Girls. That was the name of the coffee shop. You ever watched the Gilmore Girls?
No.
Okay, that was a little bit before your time. And now we'll finish up with a coffee question. And I'm going to give you some Dunkin' Donuts. Have you ever had Dunkin' Donuts coffee?
No.
Okay, we're going to have you try it. Watch it. It is hot. Okay, just take a little sip of it there. Okay, what do you think?
It's horrible.
What? You don't like it?
No.
Okay. What kind do you like?
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons. These Canadians, man, all right, 1 thumbs down for Dunkin' Donuts. Well, Isla, you've been awesome. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our guest now is a familiar face from over the years. It's his 3rd time on the show, Gunnar from St. George.
Yep.
All righty. Back again. I'm going to give you the geography question. Which state is next to Connecticut? Virginia, Rhode Island, or Michigan?
Rhode Island.
Very good. Very good. You're 1 for 1. All right. There are 5 coaches at camp this year. Name any 2 of them.
Kara and Brandon.
Okay. Can you name any others?
Joe.
Okay.
And I can't name any others.
How about the other big guy?
Oh, Vinny.
There you go. There you go. Impressive. All right. Here's another. I know you don't want to do geography questions, but which city is closer to Montreal? St. Andrews or New Haven, Connecticut?
Connecticut, New Haven.
It is, believe it or not. Connecticut is 365 miles to Montreal. St. Andrews is 406. All right, you watch the NBA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, name an NBA player besides LeBron or Steph Curry.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum. How about another one?
Anthony Davis.
Okay, let's see if you can go one more.
Anthony Edwards.
Look at this guy, man. He can go on and on. Can you name a WNBA player?
Sabrina, I can't remember her last name.
That's a tough last name. Ionescu. Can you name another WNBA player?
No.
Who's the real famous one that shoots the long three-pointers?
I can't remember her name.
Caitlin Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
New
okay.
York.
All right, I'm going to give you a music question. Do you like music?
Yeah.
Which of these is not a Canadian? Tate McRae, Morgan Wallen, or Joni Mitchell?
I don't know this one, but I'll go with Morgan Wallen.
You are correct. Joni Mitchell's Canadian. Tate McRae's Canadian. Morgan Wallen is from the U.S. All right, I'm going to give you a coffee question. Which of these places does not sell coffee in St. Andrews? Honey Beans, Tim Hortons, or Luke's Diner?
Luke's Diner?
Correct. Have you ever heard of Luke's Diner?
No, but I know the other two sell coffee. I've been there.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Which one of those two do you like better?
Probably Tim Hortons.
Okay, all right. And then we'll finish you up with a potato chip question. You like potato chips?
Yeah.
Okay. We have the Covered Bridge chips that we've been handing out, one of our sponsors. One of these is not a flavor of Covered Bridge chips. It's fake. Creamy dill pickle, grilled salmon, or Atlantic lobster?
Creamy dill pickle?
That is a flavor. Oh. You never had it?
No.
Okay. And Atlantic lobster is a flavor. Grilled salmon is not. But we do have some of the good old smoking barbecue chips for you. Why don't you try one? Rip it open before we go off the air here. Come on, muscles. And give us an honest opinion of how they are. Okay, at a scale of 1 to 10, 10's the best, what would you give it?
Probably a 9.
Nice, good solid 9. Gunner, I hope you'll be back for year 4. Done a great job. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
I think some of those kids definitely have a future in acting and could probably take our jobs.
I'm getting worried. Just let us get to 100. That's the goal. And after that, we're fair game.
Well, after the break, we'll have parts of an interview conducted by CHCO's Vicki Hogarth. You're watching Mc&T Sports Report on CHCO-TV in St. Andrews, brought to you by the Oat Company and Covered Bridge Potato Chips.
Welcome back to Mc&T Sports Report on CHCO. Let's go and check out that interview with Vicki and her mystery guest.
Tell us a little bit about your background, where you come from, and how you discovered this part of the world.
I'm from New Haven, Connecticut, lived there my whole life, and I had come up to Fredericton for a concert in the winter, middle of January, never been here before, asked the director of the festival for a one-day detour, and he said, St. Andrews, it will be pretty quiet in the middle of winter and a little dead in the middle of winter. And he was accurate about that, so I stayed in the St. Andrews Motor Inn for one night, and I came up to a practice here, and that's where I met Ben, and that's where he told me about the camp.
Tell us a little bit about how it's grown over the years, how many kids are a part of it now, and what they get out of it.
Yeah, right now for the morning session, which is grades 5 through 8, we're about as full as we can get. There's 40 kids, so for a gym this size, that's really about the most you can get. At night we have 20, which is also perfect because they're the high school kids, move a little faster, need a little more room, so we're pretty much at capacity.
When you notice how basketball is growing in popularity in Canada, we also have the world's oldest basketball court right here in St. Stephen. How has the growth of the camp kind of mirrored that when you see the interest of Canadian kids in the sport?
There definitely is a lot more interest. I went to the University of Connecticut, so I've been pushing the UConn background there, so a lot of kids have sort of followed that. A number of families have come down to Connecticut to visit and to catch a game. And then with Brandon going to Yale and coaching at Yale, that's another aspect. So it's almost like Connecticut is a sister city state to New Brunswick. And with that, there's just been a lot of interest. The WNBA will have a team in Toronto next year for the first time. So the basketball is really exploding up here.
Tell us a little bit about Brandon and how his background and how he got involved with the camp.
Yeah, I basically met Brandon on our ride up here the first year, and now I'm really good friends with him, and he's amazing. He played at Yale University, and then he is now in his third year as a coach there. He's played professionally, and he really runs the nuts and bolts of the camp, and just his way with the kids is phenomenal. They gravitate to him. He's got a lot of patience. And he's just really talented also.
You get to see familiar faces come back to kids like Gunnar. I think this is his third year in a row. What does it mean to see them come back year after year? And are you surprised by the skills they develop throughout the year when they return?
Yeah, they really have. Gunnar in particular, when he came here first, he was a little fifth grader, and he's really improved his skills a lot. His mom says he practices all the time, and it's neat. And also one of our coaches during the week is Porter Mace, and he's been a camper of ours. So it's nice to have someone who's a camper now on the staff with us.
When we look at kids like Tyson Washington, a local boy just turned 15, he's on the U17 men's team at the Canada Games. How important it is for kids in small towns to know someone like Tyson from their community, to meet someone like Brandon who's played pro sports, to see that it's possible.
It definitely gives you a lot of options. And in small towns, it's tough because kids have to play multiple sports. Now the trend is to sort of concentrate on one sport, which probably isn't the healthiest thing to do, but at some point you do need to put extra time in. And it's great that a kid like that can come from a small town that's not traditionally a basketball town and sort of turn it into a basketball town.
And what do they take away from the coaching in terms of maybe they don't all go on to be pro players, but there's a lot you learn from being around coaches of this level in a dense coursework like this?
Well, it's interesting you mention that because there's one camper here who comes at night. Her brother's here in the morning, and she sits up top there every day, and she's taking notes on the drills that Brandon and Vinny and the other coaches are running, and that's sort of how I got involved in it. Not everyone's a really, really good player, and there's the coaching aspect of it, the marketing aspect of it, so there's a lot of things that you can learn just from the game.
People know you from Mc&T Sports Report that are watching this channel right now. Tell us a little bit about that show and why you love doing it.
Yeah, that was just something that Evan McFarlane, who's the boys coach here and the golf pro at the Algonquin, we had gotten friendly, and we said, why don't we do a show like that? And then all of a sudden COVID hit, so it threw a little wrench in the plans, but it worked out well when we did it with Zoom. And I like it because we've been able to interview people from all over Canada that we never would have been able to get in studio. And the station itself is just tremendous. We really don't have stations like that back where we are. They're either just small stations that don't produce their own shows. So I'm sort of in awe of what you guys do. So we try not to wreck it too much.
And we are back. Good God, have I aged lately or what? Do not answer that. Do not answer that, Evan.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, my man.
We'll leave it at that. We'll go to a bit younger, but I got to give a couple quick shout outs. Canada Games just finished up, and I want to shout out SJDA's own Tyson Washington, who has only played for 2 years and made Team New Brunswick this year, got some solid minutes. As well as the son of the Archie legend Kirk Peacock. His son Alex Peacock of St. John also made the team. boys played great. They went 4-0 in pool play, and then just came up a little short in the quarterfinals. But it's apparent that there is some good ball in New Brunswick right now, and that team has a good future.
They did. They both did a very nice job. I watched a couple games online, and Alex is known by the great nickname Big Brunswick.
That's so good.
And also playing in those same Canada games for Team PEI was Theo Plord, who worked at our camp up in Summerside, PEI. So that's always fun to see them move onward and upward. Well, we are out of time. So that is it for episode 87 of Mc&T's Sports Report. I'm Joe in New Haven.
I'm Evan here in New Brunswick.
Thanks to Patrick Watt and Florence Mitchell for producing and editing a show that kept all the tourists in St. Andrews off the wharf and riveted to their TV sets 3 nights a week throughout the entire summer. And thanks to the Oak Company and Cover Bridge Chips for sponsoring the show. Ev, on next month's episode, we'll have our annual anniversary show as we will be celebrating the end of our 6th year on the air.
Crazy. Looking forward to it.
This is Mc&T Sports Report on CHCO-TV in St. Andrews.